Welcome to 6th grade lesson 2 worksheet. This on this lecture, I think we can go over all 6 questions. So, yeah, let's do it. Starting from number 1, we got Logan and Emma are candidates for the school election. So we got two people, number 1 Logan, 2 Emma, and for every 6 students voted, 2 of them voted for Logan. What is the possible number of students who voted for Logan and Emma? Okay, so for every 6 student voters, so this indicates that 6 students voted for Emma, and then 2 of them voted for Logan. So this sentence directly says that there are 2 people who voted for Logan. So the question is saying that 6 votes for Emma, or I can just abbreviate 6 vote E stands for Emma. There are 2 votes for Logan. Oops. Again, I'll abbreviate Logan as L. And then always if we can simplify it, then let's simplify it. So it'll be 3 votes to 1 vote. And we're just gonna simplify the ratio. So ratio is 3 to 1 or 1 to 3, depends on how you read it, and then how the question is wording it. But in this case, it really doesn't matter because we get all the variables or names, so we can just compare them. But first and foremost, let's compare our ratios. This is 1 to 3 to 1, as I said. And if you look at number 1, you can notice that's 1 to 2. So A is not going to be our answer. And B is 1 to 3. But we don't know yet because we haven't looked at C and D yet. So let's look at C. C is also 1 to 2. So C is not going to be our answer. D is 1 to 3. But you have to be really careful that Emma is the one who's getting more vote. So Emma is getting more vote than Logan. So if you look at question D, notice that only 120 votes for Emma, but 364 Logan. So it's saying that Logan got more vote than Emma, which is not true. So the answer for number 1 is B. Okay. Number 2, Mia has 36 forks and 24 knives. And what is the ratio of knives to forks? Okay. So she got 24 knives. And then 2, you put colon. 2. And then she got 36 forks. Now we're just gonna simplify that. I can see if we divide by 4, we get 6 to 9, right? And if I divide by 3, I get 2 to 3. So the correct answer is gonna be B again. Okay, number 3. There are 50 empty seats and 20 passengers. What is the ratio of passengers to the empty seats? Okay. Oh, this question is pretty straightforward. Passengers, how many are there? There are 20 passengers. And then how many empty seats are there? There are 50 empty seats. I divide by 10, I get 2 to 5. Which then the correct answer is gonna be A. Okay. 4. The perimeters of 2 squares are 16 inches and 20 inches. What is the ratio of lengths of their sides? Okay. One unique thing about squares is that all of the sides are gonna be the same. So if I can draw 2 squares, I don't like this. This one will have 16 inches in total, and this one have 20 inches in total. And then if we can let one side X, then this means that other sides are also going to be X. And then we can just solve this algebraically, which then 4x is going to be 16. because 16 is the total perimeter. So x becomes 4. And then if we set this large square a y, then we know that the other sides are going to be also y. So we have 4y is equal to 20. Again, 20 is the perimeter. We get y is equal to 5. Then it's asking for the length of their sides, ratio of their lengths of their sides. Okay, I guess they're just asking for the square to square. So it would be 4 to 5, which is gonna be D. Okay. For every 6 employed workers, there are 2 For every 6 unemployed workers, there are 2 unemployed. What is the possible number of employed and unemployed? Okay, I think just 1 employed. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense, I guess. So for every 6 employed workers, there are 2 unemployed. What is the possible number of employed and unemployed workers? So this is kind of similar to, actually same as number 1, because you get 6 employed people to 2 unemployed. And again, the ratio is 3 to 1. So if you just look at the answer choices, we know that B and D cannot be our answer choices. It really comes down to A or C, but since there are more employed people, the correct answer is gonna be A. But the question can be changed because we don't know whether this is employed or this is employed, because they said both of them equal to unemployed. They mentioned both unemployed when they mentioned employed. So if they actually made this as employed, then the correct answer is gonna be C. So it's either A or C, but since I made 6 as employed, the correct answer is gonna be A. Okay. Lastly, number 6. There are 12 Americans, 8 Italians, and 10 Germans in an international science team competition. What's the ratio of Italians to Americans? So, Germans, I'm sorry, but we don't need any information about Germans, because they're just asking for Italians to Americans. So we only need how many Italians are there and how many Americans are there. So there are 8 Italians to 12 Americans. If I can simplify it by dividing by 4, I get 2 Italians to 3 Americans. So 2 to 3, which is gonna be C. Okay.